Hello, Sat Sri Akal, Salam, and Namaste Australia. This is your host and host Nonie, and I'm back with this episode where I bring what's happening in and around you, what's the latest event, what's the latest concert happening in Melbourne. Before we begin this episode, I want to thank all of you who's been supporting me so far, watching the show, sharing it with your friends and family, showing up to the events where I go. It's been fun. Today is another very happening and exciting episode because I have Ashish Goswami from Oorja Entertainment, who I want to welcome to the show and talk what we are bringing to Melbourne. Hi Ashish, a very warm welcome to the show.
I would say Namaste Australia.
Namaste Australia. Thank you for joining us today. Tell us who you are, tell our audience more about Oorja Entertainment, and then we'll talk about the event that's coming up and what is this Bollywood affair that we're going to bring to Melbourne.
Look, Oorja has been in the hearts in Melbourne. I think we started 2004. So,
Right.
I used to call it energy, atmosphere, and beats. So that's Oorja,
Yeah.
So Oorja in Hindi means energy, and it's
It does.
predominantly actually a South Indian name as well. So, yeah, it's been there for a while, and we put together quality events in terms of your concerts. You have dinner dances. We've been doing Grand Hyatt at the New Year's Eve for many, many years, 10 plus years in a row. We do lots of boat cruises now. A Diwali cruise is very, very famous.
Nice.
For the first time we did a cruise for Holi, it was sold out as well. And
Yeah.
we're bringing something new we always do. Like we have a standard cruises. We've got a Valentine's, we've got a Diwali, we've got the Christmas cruise. We're doing a cruise in September on 25th. It's called Jalebi Baby.
Yeah, it's been popular. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's a late only event. So it's going to be cool. So we're going to have all the street food on the cruise, like you got your chaat papdi, golgappe, We just
Oh,
want to
nice.
make
Sounds very sumptuous. Let's talk about the event that's coming up. We're talking about the event Tarifa, which is happening over the weekend. I think 1st of July at Crown. Tell us more about the event, why this name. It's a Bollywood affair. What I understand is a party that's happening in Crown. Tell our audience what to expect out of this party, who all can come, and what's going to happen there.
Let's go in order if you don't mind. So we got a blockbuster weekend, explosive weekend at Crown. So we got two events. The first one is Natu Natu,
Right.
which is a South Indian affair. So this is a very interesting journey. So Richa is my events manager, and we work together very closely. So this is when the Natu won the Oscar.
Oh, yes.
And we've been talking about this whole concept of doing a South Indian event for probably 3 months before that. And then this happened, and so, you know what? Let's just do this. We'll do an event. We'll call it Natu Natu, and we'll dedicate it to the Oscar. So, and I think it's been an interesting journey. The response is outstandingly overwhelming.
Yeah.
And since you've got me here, I want to really thank Sweet India.
Yeah.
Our sponsors. An amazing guy. Gotham Modem. And they're opening stores right, left, center. So they're, I think, opening Craigieburn. They're opening Clayton.
Yeah,
So
I think every Indian in and around has heard of Sweet India as well. But talking about Natu Natu, I think there's after the success in the Oscars as well, I think there's absolutely nobody who's not tried the step, including myself at home. It's been, it's very catchy. It's the hook step. I want to play a small clip of what's going to be expecting at the event.
Of course.
I think it's going to be a weekend to dance away. I personally love to dance, especially being a Bollywood buff myself. I keep calling myself a Bollywood buff, and all the songs and the energy that they bring in you, and especially this kind of song. Like, even if you're not a dancer, you cannot resist tapping onto this song. So I'm sure it's going to be a fun weekend. This is going to happen on Saturday, which is 30th of June. And another event we are talking about, Tarifa, which is happening at the Crown. It's again a Bollywood event that's happening at the Crown. I want to play a small clip for our audience of what's that event like.
Please do it.
Yeah, looks like a party weekend ahead. Mr. Ashish, are you yourself a party? Somebody who loves to party a lot and been doing these events. Tell us more about your journey that's been so far.
I definitely love parties. Just, there's no way in the world I can say I don't
So are we going to
enjoy.
expect you this weekend at the parties?
100%. I'll be there both the
Oh,
events. I'll be doing the NATO step as well. you know,
it's gonna be
and
fun, guys. If you wanna do it with your friends and family, I think you should definitely
on
go for that ride.
stage,
Yeah,
telling everyone how to do NATO, and we've got DJ Sonics, we've got Palan from Sydney, we got a beautiful MC actually, vibrant MC called Vidya, so she's
right.
running that show for us, and she'll also be at Tarifa. So now going to Tarifa, look, so you really want to know the journey. Look,
Yeah,
it's been a very interesting journey over the years,
yeah.
and pandemic was a bit of a break.
I'm
I'll be
sure.
honest with you, and I was at a point that we're not going to host as many events. I was just going to stick to boat cruises only. I have other vested business interests as well, and with God's grace, things are going good.
Yeah,
And then Nikhil comes to office, my head and senior DJ. So he's a resident. I love him absolutely to the core. And
yeah,
he comes and bro, no way in the world Oorja will stop doing events, especially club ones.
yeah,
And there's no way in the world. And even the boat cruises, why only two? No, we're gonna do more.
yeah,
And then he brought up the young man in the office, Kevin, and they both like really been a big support of the team. I think
yeah.
August we started back, and we have not stopped. So, but we're only doing about 1 to 2 month, two events a month. We're not focusing doing more. I would say probably more once in 3 weeks to 4 weeks. But I like to put a quality event on board. That's
Yes,
all. I'm
yeah.
not trying to overdo it, but and with my commitment, so and we nail it. Every event is sold out.
I'm sure. And I, like you said, like you mentioned, after the pandemic, you couldn't stop yourself in curating these events. I think what we realized over these 3 years is that we miss that energy. We miss going out. We started appreciating little things, especially me. I love to party as well, during the lockdown. Me and my friends, we were like, the little joys of going to the club, dancing your heart out, and enjoying the party. But I'm sure that's back now with this, and this event sounds and looks pretty promising. Like you said, you put up quality events, so
We want to
everybody
keep
watching
that
this.
alive. We want to keep that
Sorry.
alive all the time in Melbourne. We want to keep that alive.
That's a promise. See, that's very promising. So everybody watching, go on to oorjaentertainment.com, check out the tickets, and have fun, have party this weekend. I know I'm gonna party.
I like to add, Noni, something about Tarifa. So we didn't
Yeah,
speak in much detail with that. So that's on 1st of July. So
yeah,
Friday is Natu, Saturday is, which is something we're doing for the first time. Two events back to back,
back.
and
Yeah.
let's see how the Melbourne market works. So we've got a fashion show this time. I
Oh,
used to do
nice.
my older events, Doom, Hum, Tum, Kangana. We used to have live fashion shows. So we're going to
Oh,
have
wow.
a fashion walk at the event on Tarifa. We've got a couple of live singers. There's Yashton, there is Sagar Tiwari from Melbourne,
Yeah,
respected artist, young and vibrant. Again, I love that factor. And there's
yeah,
DJ Ali, there's Adi A, and a big boy Nikhil. So
yeah,
it's an event which is fusion of a lot of dance, a bit of entertainment to watch. Not a very long one. But there's lovely models, performing at the event, and
yeah,
live acts. Good fusion. It's at the Palms, which is a very big venue,
yeah.
and the response, again, is also tremendously outstanding. So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend.
Yes, like you said, it's a fusion event. There's a mix of fashion and music. I love music. I love live music. I appreciate music in all forms. I've been in the radio for the longest time that I know. So my appreciation for music is on another level. So for me, if an event has dancing, music, fashion, I think it's a complete thing. I would definitely want to be with there with my friends, and so will my audience be. Everybody who's watching, check out, like I said again, check out the tickets on oorjaentertainment.com, and let's party this weekend.
You want to give them a teaser for the August? What's happening in August?
Do you have that? Like, I'd love today. Okay, let's talk about what's gonna come in August. Like, you want to share what's happening in
We've
August?
got events right till the end of the year, of course. For Diwali, we've got like 3 to 4 cruises back to back,
Yeah.
and they're a very popular event of ours. But in August, we've got the godfather of Bollywood and Bhangra. We've got the Mr. Bali Sighu live in Melbourne, in
Oh,
Australia,
yeah.
and
Nice.
I think starts on 21st of July in Brisbane. But It's going to be a long tour. He's here for a lot of shows, and I always love having Bali because people love him.
His energy is infectious. He's given the biggest hits. And I think it's very exciting that you're announcing back-to-back events. I think this is a bonus episode for everybody who's watching and would love to go out. Keep looking out for this space, and I'm sure I'm going to bring Ashish back for the August event and talk more
Gurunal
about it.
Ishq- It's called Gurunal Ishq Tour with Mr. Bali. He's
With
iconic.
Bali. Hopefully with him and talk more about that event. But thank you so much for joining us, Ashish, today. It's been
Thank
lovely
you for
chatting.
having me. Thank you for having me. I think it was amazing. You are completely vibrant. You're definitely a Bollywood buff. I'm not going to take that away.
Thank you so much for coming on my show. To everybody watching this, thank you for supporting me. Check out the party that's happening this weekend. I'm going to put links on the Icon Media page. Thank you for sharing the episode and loving it so much. And thank you again, Ashish, for coming and having a quick chat with me. This is me, Nonie, signing off. Namaste, Australia. Bye.
Thank you so much.